Alright everybody, this is Saturday, August 18th, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Didn't do any work on my truck yesterday or these busts. I was with friends overnight, had a good time, and had to take a break from the model part and just take a break from it. And now I'm back in my shop to get ready to work on these busts for the Halloween build. I ordered these on Amazon. Didn't expect them till next week, but they came in today, which is cool. So I'm ready to go with the working on the bust. This the light shows they're light flesh. Saw a guy use these on his figure builds, and he recommended this. And I said, okay, I'll go ahead and give it a try. I've been using the primer, which I'm going to use on the bust, and it's awesome primer. I've had that for a while and still got quite a bit there. And getting to the bust, you see right there, I got to do some cleanup on both of them. They're both like that. It's like probably where they might have glued them together. Not sure, but I'll have to clean that up. Also have to wash them up, but I'll go ahead and clean them up first. Lily is pretty good shape. I got to clean her up down in here, sand it, clean that up. Her hair, everything looks good. She's ready to go after she gets a good wash, and then I can set her up and get her primered. Morticia, she's got a little work too on right in here. I'm going to have to sand that. And for some reason it looks like, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but like right where my thumb is, it looks like glue right there. And I don't know if they glued these together. I don't really see any seam lines in her hair. It's just right down in here. And I'll probably use some thinner to clean that up with. I don't really have to sand it. It's just some glue right there. And I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. It's not a lot, but I got to clean that up. So this is going to be the start of update number 1 on these two busts. Got not a lot of work, but I'm going to do some sanding and wash these up and get them ready for some primer. And let that sit probably till next weekend, and then get ready to paint the busts. But figured I'd give everybody a quick update. This is start of update number 1, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, back on the girls. Yesterday I washed them, and I had to clean up the pedestals that they're on. Like, you might not see it on camera. Right in here, I showed it on a previous video. It looked like it was cracked. Maybe that's where maybe this was in 2 pieces and they glued it together, I'm not sure. And then on the bottom of here, let me point that out. And then in here, underneath her hair, I had to clean that up on both the busts. Lily, say that 10 times, Lily and Morticia. Had to do very little work on Lily. She was in pretty good shape. I had to do a little work on Morticia. But my plan today is primer them, getting them primered with the styrene res. I put it in a little bottle here. It's easier to use than the big one I have. I'll primer them up and let them sit about an hour, and then I'll hit them with this light flesh that I got in the mail the other day. It's styrene res. It's Badger. I bought 2 bottles, so I got plenty in stock, but I'll go ahead over the primer on their faces and neck area and down in here with the light flesh today. So I'll get that done. And then I got some comments online that these paints ain't all that great. The garage kit, they're too thin. Well, I'm going to go ahead and give them a crack anyways. I got to try them. I bought them. So for Lily's complexion, I'm going to use the Gravestone Gray. And then on Morticia, I'm going to use the Garage Kit Flesh. But a couple guys commented that these paints are too thin. Whoa. But like I said, I'm going to have to give them a try. If these fail, I have oil paints which I can use for their complexion. I got this a while ago. What I like, it's got the Falcon on it. It's fantasy and sci-fi color set oil paints. And on the back here, if the camera can focus, on the very bottom, I have what's it called? The camera will focus. I got Ghost Gray, and I think it's, let me see here. I got Ghost Gray and Dead Flesh here on the bottom. I don't know if the camera's going to focus, and I can use probably the Ghost Gray for Lily's complexion if the Garage Kit paints don't work. Then I also have the Flesh color set oils, and I can use that on Morticia. And it's got shadow, looks like shadow brown, light flesh tone, basic flesh tone, sunny flesh tone, faded flesh, and flesh shadow. And for Morticia, I would probably use either the basic flesh tone or the light flesh tone on her. So, and I know these oils won't fail me. They're good oil paints, and that's not a lot to cover on their complexion. And I'll go to that route if those paints fail. So I'm going to go ahead, set up the spray booth and the camera, and get these primered up. I'll pause for now, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, I got it ready for some primer. I got the paint and airbrush. I got the PSI set at 30. I'm going to get the top of the pedestals first with primer, and then with the girls I'm going to primer it down in here and put them up on their pedestals and then finish. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Alright everybody, hopefully that was in frame. I'm gonna pause for now, double check my work to see if I got hit it anymore with some primer, and I'll show the results when that's all done, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, another update on the girls. The Badger primer, like always, turned out awesome. Hopefully it was all caught on camera and it was in frame when I primered both of them up, but they look really good, showing a lot of detail now. And I'll let these set for an hour, and then I'm going to hit them with the light flesh. And it says 20 to 30 psi. For me being that close to the bust, I'm going to probably go down to 20, and I'll go ahead and film that part too. So I'll pause for now, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, back on our girls. I got them all primed up. I had to touch them up off camera. I have this light flesh in the airbrush. I got the PSI at 20, so I'm going to go ahead and get their faces and go ahead and get started. Looking pretty good. It's probably going to take too long on camera, so I'm going to go ahead and pause and finish her up and start on Morticia. So I'll pause for now and talk with everybody later. Okay everybody, this is going to be the final update for number 1. on the Sci-Fi Fantasy Halloween group build. Today I primered the girls up, and then I hit them with the light flesh. And Lily here turned out really awesome. She looks... the Badger paint is really awesome stuff. I mean, she turned out really nice. Hopefully the camera's picking her up in detail. She looks really awesome. And then Morticia turned out just as awesome. See here. Turned out really nice. A lot of detail. The pedestals turned out nice. I'll work on them maybe next weekend, or I'll hold off and just keep on working on the girls. So they'll sit till next weekend, so they'll give them plenty of time to dry and cure. I'd like to thank all my YouTube subscribers. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. More to come on these, and I'll talk with everybody later.